Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're on Dust 2 and I'm going to show you some really useful smokes to utilize on T-side. So for the first smokes, what I want to show you is how to smoke off Xbox. Now there's two different ways that you can do this depending on where you spawn. The first one is if you come up to the edge of this wall and aim at the bottom left corner of the box, and if you left click and jump throw, what it's going to do, it's going to bounce off the box, bounce off the back wall, and then land back onto Xbox. That's going to completely shut off mid. So any CTs that are down here with an AWP, Scout, M4, whatever, they're not going to be able to see you run out top mid. The other way that you can smoke off Xbox is again from spawn. If you come up into the corner of where this wall and the little shelf is with the walkway, and then you aim at the bottom corner of this roof and the wall of this roof, if you jump through that as well, what that's going to do is bounce off the floor and then land up on top of Xbox again. So the same smoke, two different positions, just depending on where you spawn and whatever one that you prefer. There's another smoke that you can throw from spawn, and this is to smoke off a long. And what I mean by long is when you have a CT player that's standing here with an AWP or whatever, ready to take the fight, I'll show you how to throw a smoke that will land right here in front of them. So from spawn, what you want to do is grab your smoke and line up to the edge of this wall, and then right up here, you'll see the broken brick right on this edge. And if you jump through that, just from there, it'll bounce off the back wall and bounce in front of the AWPer. So now, if they want to take this fight, they either have to swing to this side of the smoke where you'll all be running towards and easily get the frag, or they have to respect that and they'll fall back to side. There's two ways that you can smoke off CT, both from long. The first one, what usually people do is if you aim at the left side of this antenna here, if you just left click and just walking and then throw that, what it'll do, it'll bounce in the middle of this little walkway here, the little opening, and it's going to smoke off CT. So any T player that's running up here now don't have to worry about the CT. Obviously they'll spam through this smoke, but it's a safe way or safe enough way for you to now be able to cross onto site. Another way to smoke off CT isn't the shallow smoke like what I just showed you, but it's going to land in front of CT spawn. So again, if you come from long and if you aim, line yourself up in the middle of these bricks, and then what you do is you aim just above where this shelf is to the right hand side of it, and that's just a normal left click and throw. And what that'll do, that'll bounce off the roof, it'll bounce off short, and then it'll go down and bounce in front of CT spawn. So yes, you don't have this part smoked in front of you, so you have to worry about elevator, but you can swing out here. You're going to be safe from CT. If you have players up on short, they're going to come out of short as well, and they're going to be able to help you take a site from long. Speaking of short, there's two different smokes that I like to show you. So now that you've thrown your Xbox smoke, you've taken mid control, you've got short control, you've cleared this part of short. There's two different smokes that you can throw. The first one is to block off car. So if you're worried about anyone from car and site, if you line yourself up in this doorway, and then you'll see this mark on the wall. If you just normal left click throw against this mark, it'll bounce off the wall and land up on top of short. So now you're able to get closer towards site without being seen. You're able to take these fights if you need, but the most important part is you're protected from car and you're protected from long. The other smoke that I'd like to show you is if you get yourself stuck into this corner of the back wall and you aim for the middle of this flower, and if you just again left click throw that one as well, that'll land on the boost box from CT and it'll smoke off of that. So that's another protection in order for you to get out towards site. And if you throw that smoke with the short smoke, which I'll show you now. If I use my keybind, I throw that old smoke and I throw this smoke now as well. So you have two people throw those smokes. You can see now how easy it is to get closer towards site and how much more protected you are from car and from long. Now, if you decide that you want to go mid to B, there's a really easy smoke that you can throw to smoke off CT spawn from mid. If you get yourself stuck into the corner of Xbox, and if you aim up here, you'll see this broken part of the brick. If you left click and throw against that broken part, that'll bounce off the wall and land right in front of CT spawn. And what it'll do, it'll just plume up there. So now anyone on this side of the smoke, they're going to be fully blocked off and they're not going to be able to see. However, If there's an AWPer or a rifler up here, they may be able to catch you if you're going towards the door and going towards window. So just be careful of that as well. Now the final two smokes that you should be learning for dust is to smoke off B doors and B window. Now to smoke off B door, you can come over to this side of backyard. And if you aim up here, you'll see the 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So halfway between the third and the fourth, just on the bottom row, if you left click and jump, what that's going to do is going to fly over, it's going to bounce off the top, and it's going to land behind the door and smoke off. So now you don't have to worry about anyone hiding behind the smoke if it landed out here, hiding behind the smoke looking towards B tunnels, because they're going to be fully exposed now, or they're going to be behind the smoke pushing through. And the other way to smoke off B door and B window, you can throw from the same position. So if you come and stand into the corner on top of this shrub, you'll see this first, what looks like to be a bullet hole, and then up top here, this broken part of the wall. So this will smoke door and this will smoke window. So if you jump throw both of those as well, what that's going to do is the window smoke will bounce off the top and land right in front of window, and that door smoke will land in door as well. So that's it guys, thank you for watching another video of mine. This time we're on Dust 2, and I hope you're going to be able to utilize these smokes when you play a comp game. Please leave a like and let me know what map you'd like to see next, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.